What do you get when you put a group of fanboys in a room with a mic? From video games, comics, and movies to uncensored social commentary, nothing is off limits. With your hosts, Pistol Pete Jr., The Blue Guy, Chuck Ditch, G-Roll, and Player 2. This is The Real Press Start. So sit down, load up, log in, and press start.
I guarantee you I have no clue what the fuck we were talking about.
We were talking about Mexicans eating Mexican food, not eating Taco Bell and not liking it, and our poo.
What about a poo?
Oh, we started again?
Yeah, we started again.
See, you ruined everything. Good producer.
The flow of the show
producer.
is compromised.
Good producer on your behalf. Can't you just edit the thing in later?
No, there has to be a break.
Why?
Because there has to be a break. If I don't put a break, then then it'll be at the beginning of the show or at the end of the show.
Why can't you do that?
Because then it's shitty. Because it's like weird. So you gotta do it in the middle.
Why is it shitty and weird?
Because we don't make money that way, fuckers.
If we put it in the beginning, we don't make money. Why not?
Because people just turn off the fucking show.
No, they don't. They just
I'll show you the fucking thing.
They go like this: 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
Yeah, they just push the little fucking loop the arrow over and over.
You know what? When it comes in the middle, 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
10 seconds.
That's
10
true.
seconds.
That's true.
Because that's what I do.
Yeah.
I think everybody does that.
Everything.
When it's a new
does that.
one, maybe I'll listen to it. But when it's the same one that I fucking heard,
Yeah.
like when they're talking about the same product, fucking
50 times in a row.
yeah, like every week, like okay, I already know about fucking Blue Chew. I don't need to hear about Blue Chew anymore.
Oh no, what's the one that on Hollywood Babylon? It's fucking Full Sail Universe. No, the Dave School, the digital animation and visual effects.
That's the
School.
article I saw the other day was Kevin Hart had a heart attack. And I was like, a year ago. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, yeah, Kevin
That's
Smith.
news?
You know what's funny is I actually made the mistake of I confused Kevin Hart and Kevin Smith the other day, and I never
Kevin
do
Hart,
that.
Kevin Smith, Kevin James.
Yeah, those,
Throw them in a fucking pot and whatever, and I pick out.
that's
You
the
just
Kevin.
gotta
Yeah.
know which one I'm talking about based on
Based on the
context.
the rest of the story, yeah. Well, you know they recently it was an article about what's her name.
We'll throw Kevin Costner in.
Kevin Costner there too. No, there's too many
No,
syllables.
you can't. Kevin Costner's too legendary.
Yeah, he has too many syllables.
And
in
it
his
flows
last
too
name.
much. It flows too perfectly.
Yeah, it's like Kevin
Costner.
Smith,
Like it's almost
Kevin
one
Hart,
word.
James,
it's almost
they're all
like it's almost like one word. Kevin Costner.
Yeah, but see, because Kevin Smith, Kevin Hart, and Kevin James, it's
I was
all
watching Hatfields and the McCoys the other day.
like.
I was like, why did I do this? Like it's good, but the way like when a western's done the right way, like the way they end is just like always like, like it never wraps up the way you like
Wanted to.
Yeah.
expect it to, or like it's always just like not a good ending. Like the endings are always like,
Yeah, that's true.
it's like, wow, man, that's how it ends. Like it's good, for that because it's very realistic, but then it's like just like, man, no closure.
That's the worst when you get no closure.
Zero closure, but it's a good show. That was a good show. The Cost. He's the real Cost, not that fucking rapist.
What rapist?
Oh,
The cause.
Cosby.
Oh.
He's the cause. There's the cause and the cost.
I saw.
Distinct different.
You know.
That's what we should name the show: Cost versus Cause.
There was a it was like a fake article, but it was like Bill Cosby's inmate or cellmate dies of dehydration, quoted as, "I don't want to drink shit around that nigga."
Hilarious. Imagine you fucking. Where's he getting Rufalin and jams?
You never know.
He's Bill Cosby. I'm sure he's got.
That's crazy. It's still crazy that's Bill Cosby.
Right? Yeah, you think about it.
Fuck that guy. Nobody liked him. Like anytime anybody like met him in person, they was like, "Man, that guy is fucking a dick."
You don't remember meeting him?
Yeah, he was a dick.
Yeah.
He's only nice when the fucking cameras are rolling and shit.
This
I
headline
just
bothers
barely
me.
remember. It's like glimpses in my.
Oh no,
head.
you were like 4. Like
I was
Were you
4.
there?
How, no, I think I was a little older.
you might have been older than that.
I was
No,
in
I
school.
wasn't there.
I think I was in like 2nd grade or
I might have been.
1st or 2nd.
Yeah.
grade.
What do you remember?
I remember sneezing, and like because they were like we're in the like it was like a stage,
You're in the set. Yeah.
and then
that's
we're
it.
in the thing, and like they told her to keep quiet, and I was trying to hold my sneeze. I was like, "Fuck, I gotta sneeze," and then I was just like,
As a,
and they were like, they thought I farted, and then everyone just started laughing. And I was like, all sad. It like ruined everything for me. It was weird because there was like a shitload. There's like 100 kids or something.
yeah, 'cause they were doing the whole season right then and there.
Oh, really?
That day, yeah.
It was just.
What was the
weird.
name of that show? It was like, oh, kids say
Kids
the
didn't
darndest.
like it.
Yeah. There was one. I remember. Dad,
I
I
just
would.
remember not liking it, not liking what was going on. That's all I remember. I remember like I don't know. I remember having to do some shit in front of the green screen or not a green screen, but
Mhm.
maybe I blocked it all out. 'cause
No,
I got
that
touched.
no, I think the green screen stuff was the other show that we both did.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't green screen. It was like.
We were just in a room sitting in a chair. And then
No, they had like. It wasn't real green screen, but they had like a backdrop type lighting and
Don't
crazy
move.
lighting.
this hair was bothering the shit out
They
of
had,
me.
Like it might as well have been a green screen
Yeah,
because it was like light lit all crazy.
yeah.
Right.
Like we had. I don't know what we had to do.
Like do something silly. The only,
I was just like.
there was the only time that I was
I
ever.
don't know. I was just remember not being like.
You were just like whatever, like yeah.
Like these people are fucking expecting too much and wanting us to try all hard. Like, like what the fuck?
Well, I bet the other kids there were like,
And like I don't even know what's going on. Like
yeah, because
I don't know
yeah.
I'm getting paid for this or anything. Like am I getting paid for this or whatever? I
Like,
don't really like. I
yeah,
like I
"Oh,
don't.
you probably didn't
But
give a
still,
fuck,"
like I like to me, like it's like why am I doing this? Like why do
Yeah.
you want me to do this?
Yeah, what's going on here? We're like,
Yeah.
what is the purpose of all
What
this?
is the goal here or whatever? What am I
Mhm.
getting out of this? Or, I don't know. So what am I doing here?
Yeah.
I don't want to do this.
"This is something everyone has to do."
I remember one time. I don't remember how old I was. I was really young. I was maybe 5 or 6. It's one of my only memories of being as a kid on set. Because it had to be like 5 or 6. But my dad took me. He was doing some interview for it was like a talk show, and for whatever reason, all of a sudden, Dad comes over to me. And it's this rubber mask, like the latex masks. It was like a hockey player, like a cartoon hockey player. And one eye's all swollen. It's just like a fucked up looking hockey player. The nose is broken and shit. He goes, "Put this on quick," and he just shoves it on my head and he takes me with him, and like he sits me on this guy's lap. Like it's all on set. And so they're all said, "Okay, action," and they start talking, and I don't remember what the fuck they were talking about. I just remember the guy. What the hell is this guy? He just farted on me, and I didn't fart, but like And the next thing I know, someone comes off like, again, I was 4 or 5 years old, so like the memories are kind of fragmented.
Mm-hmm.
But I just remember that. Oh god damn it.
Memories are fragmented.
Their memories were fragmented. I just remember, put the mask on. I got dragged over.
It sounds like a good
Line.
Sounds like a good name for a video game.
Yeah.
Or the title of this episode.
Memories are
Memories are fragmented.
Memories are fragmented. The guy was talking about
That's
how
like
I
the
farted
next
on him.
Heavy Rain game. Like whoever, what's the
Memories
name of
are
that
fragmented.
studio? That
Yeah.
does Heavy Rain. This is gonna be their next game. Memories are fragmented.
And then like the next
Oh,
thing I know, it's like someone runs off the stage and just hits me in the face with a fucking. It wasn't even a whipped cream pie. They had to put shaving cream on
Yeah.
a fucking like pie thing, a pie
Yeah.
plate, and just smashed me in the face. And like not even like lightly, they like smashed me in the face with it.
Yeah.
No, again, 4 or
I
5
hate
years
that
old.
when they do it, and then they're like shove
Yeah.
it, and then they like twist it in your face and shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you doing?
Like when I'm a kid, they just like smashed me in the face with it.
Child.
It was like, what the fuck? And then like we left. And that's all I remember from it. I was like, I never. And
What I'm picturing is, remember in what was it, Billy Madison, where like his friend just has a hose and he's like spraying a kid, and the kid's like, stop it, who are you, mister? Oh, shit.
And it was like,
are you doing this?
The thing that bothers me the most about it, though, is because, like,
That's
Dad
hilarious.
never brought it up ever again. I never saw the footage of that interview, but, like, I clearly know that he was being interviewed. But either he doesn't remember it, or he just, like, whatever it was, and, like, I've never seen that
He
footage.
probably just doesn't want to tell you because he probably regrets doing it.
Probably, yeah, but I was like, what the fuck? I was
That was
traumatized
such a
after that
dick,
shit.
man.
But yeah, that shit was fucked up. I just had something I was gonna bring up to you guys. I saw this fucking article and it makes me like,
That childhood act has got to fuck you up. Like,
yeah, it has to.
Like,
Well, look at
especially when you're like really young. It depends on the scene, like something like that. Yeah, like even if you were like younger, and it's like
Oh, yeah.
you would think that like that memory is. Like,
But think about like when you see a kid in a horror movie. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I'm sure that they like, okay, you know, this is all pretend. It's like they go over that with the
yeah,
kid.
but when you're a kid,
But
you're gonna have those memories, and you're not gonna have the memory of the.
yeah, you're just gonna have that fragmented memory of running down a fucking hall while Freddy Krueger's chasing you with fucking. Like I know that shit happened.
Yeah, I'm sure they do something where like they have to like watch him like do the makeup and everything.
Yeah, they have to
I
do
don't know,
something,
'cause
but
I think that's a long process. And you're gonna have a kid sit there for.
and
how
the
long?
thing is, you want the
Doesn't matter,
kid,
you're
you
gonna
want the
see-
kid to be
Yeah,
scared.
you're
You
gonna
want that
but see
reaction.
what I'm saying? You're not gonna
Yeah,
remember
true.
if you're like 3 or 4 or whatever. You're
Yeah.
not gonna remember all that boring shit. You're only gonna remember like the crazy.
Yeah, like I don't remember anything other than here's a mask, put it on, sit on this guy's lap. This kid just farted, pie in the face.
This kid just farted.
That's what I remember, like the traumatic shit. So apparently the community, whoever that is reacting to Ubisoft threatening PewDiePie. We won't buy the Division 2.
That was a hard topic
Wait,
change.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you like. I didn't hear
Yeah.
what you said
I wasn't following.
because you just changed the
Yeah,
topic
no,
so
I didn't,
hard.
yeah. Well, because there was a lull, so I figured, okay, let me.
It's like we were chasing you, and you just made a hard left. So you're like we thought we were going over here.
So apparently the community. It just says the community. So I don't know if that means the gaming community, fucking the community from that fucking show, the community.
Whatever that is, whatever that community is,
Whoever the
that
community-
sounds not good, like an evil fucking organization. The community is gonna need. You're being a vacation.
So apparently, I don't.
Community demanded.
Community. You don't know that.
The collective.
One of the developers of Ubisoft gave Veil Death to PewDiePie at Ubisoft. Like a member or like a in development. You could be development person.
Specifically, not industry or something.
Let me see. Okay. And this is a very fucking one-sided fucking. It says she expressed her misinformed opinion. Like, that's all
Okay.
bolded.
What
Well,
would she do?
Dan posted enough enough is entry.
She doesn't like her do something.
Cuts ties with
The
PewDiePie.
community.
Yeah, apparently because you PewDiePie.
Splatoon 2 is a great game, and we should buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like a 4 or 5 hour line just to play it. It's so
That was such a cock.
What up?
You have it?
You three
That's one's a better.
People are kind of.
I mean, I can do that. Yeah. Instead of death.
Is that?
That's fine.
I don't watch a fucking though. He's fucking lame.
Yeah, you're right. I wasn't gonna. That's what you're saying. I was
There's probably some companies, man. They have companies out there who just make profiles and voice an opinion. That's not their opinion.
Oh, yeah.
They're paid to make that opinion on some fake profile and just build whatever. Like, look at all these people who agree with me.
Yeah, but that's
There's
why they
thousands of
That's why
them.
they'd have the Twitter.
And it's like,
apocalypse
yeah,
years
because
back.
you fucking have a company who's paid to voice your opinion.
Yeah.
Just like in politics, just like anything. I'm sure these Kim Kardashians, these fucking people who have like a massive social media,
Yeah.
like they're like make a lot of money off social media, have a business, paying a business to give them followers, give
Yeah.
them support.
No, definitely, and that's why I think they call it the Twitter apocalypse or
'Cause
Twitter
who's it-
ascension
who-
or whatever it was.
Your
When like
average
all of a sudden
person-
like a bunch of people just disappeared off Twitter because they were all just fake accounts.
The happening?
No, not the Fappening. The Fappening was awesome. But it was like people like Kim Kardashian and Justin Bieber and all
And
these
then
people,
who's this?
like they lost like half their subscribers because like Twitter was like, this isn't a real account, this isn't a real account. They just deleted all the fake accounts.
Yeah.
And like little by little, they've all built back up because they're not going to do it again for a while.
But they can't even get them all in the first place.
Yeah.
The amount that they got was probably like 10%.
Oh, I would say
say.
higher than that because they deleted. Like, it was like half of Twitter got deleted. It was like the fucking Thanos snap.
I don't know. I still think there's a lot more. I'm sure they managed to, like, those people managed to salvage.
What do they call the snap again? The desolation?
Yeah. Decimation.
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 So, the Twitter decimation. Half of Twitter's gone. But yeah, no, that's the thing. I mean, because that's true though. It's like fucking half of like.
But even that, Twitter's just the fucking. You got Instagrams, you got Facebooks, you got the YouTube comments, you got Reddits, you got.
Yeah. But like, who
you
was
got
like?
all these.
Remember when Microsoft got
people
busted?
and
They
all
were like,
these- They got their tentacles in every fucking thing.
Yeah.
And like, whoever has the biggest following
yeah.
has the loudest word or whatever.
But remember when Microsoft got busted? For like, or they were paying YouTubers like, if you do this game review, do it on an Xbox, we'll fucking kick you down some money.
And then I wonder if even like the companies themselves, like rival companies, right?
Mm.
That are in media, they have their whatever media team
Going shit on the other one.
shit on players from the other one, like actors from the other one. They're like, oh, look at, like they did with Kevin Hart. They had a company go back. See, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah, they hired
it's
someone to
probably
go
like
back.
a rival. Like Kevin Hart signed a deal with somebody else instead of signing a deal with somebody else.
Yeah.
So okay, now this fucking company has a fucking bone to pick with
Yeah, but
Kevin Hart, and they have a fucking social media company who's gonna fucking complain when Kevin Hart gets his next big thing.
yeah, like,
Oh,
look
let's go back and look at his tweets.
yeah, look at fucking Kevin
Look
James
at-
said this
oh,
shit
look at-
20 years
yeah.
ago.
Yeah. And then they have hackers, and they got
Yeah,
everything.
that's not Drake.
It's scary. What a scary world we live in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, that's the thing.
It's
Is
such
like,
it's like the best time, but like weirdest time.
yeah, it's like the best and worst. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Yeah.
It was the time of the internet. Fucking yeah. Well, the thing about it is like,
Like it almost makes you wish for the Red Dead times. Like
Yeah.
even them, they were like, man, like even that, it's like there's too much closing in. Like there's not even
Yeah.
as much. Like there's too much towns and then a house like here. Like there's not just like okay, there's nobody here.
there's nobody. But yeah, but,
Because even like in that 1899, they're like, there's too much closing in on it. We should go to Australia. There's nobody in Australia.
the thing about it though is like you think about it is
It's just land.
like the reason you see people being offended by everything nowadays, the reason you like the thing is like everyone's offended by everything nowadays, and everyone's pissed off about this, and everyone's pissed off about that. It's because like people were offended by shit back in the day, you just didn't hear about it. Like in the '90s, people didn't like certain things.
No outlet for people
But it's
to-
kind of like, okay, if you're that... Yeah, but I don't think so. Cause,
Like, if I was a
because you had
teenager-
shit to do back... Hey! What are you doing? She was like,
I was
up
like-
close to that wire and shit.
Like, who are you yelling at?
She was about to touch that wire.
She's like, fuck you, I'm gonna go touch this one over here now.
I was watching a video. Where the fucking cat got into the lamp and just started getting electrocuted.
Oh,
and it was
shit.
just like screaming, like.
Oh, that's
And like there was
fucked
just
up.
the two kids there panicking, like, oh my god, no! And like they couldn't like. They're panicking instead of just unplugging
Yeah,
it. They're
but-
like
yeah,
knocked
the
the
kid-
lamp down and shit. And she was like, "Oh!" Cat's all screaming for his life. Cat
That's
lived, but
fucked-
I was still
okay,
like,
good.
man, did that shit die?
Dude, I was watching a video. Oh, have you seen that video?
Let's get back on that.
Oh yeah. But yeah, no, because like I think about it now, it's like okay, if they had Facebook and Twitter and all that shit when I was a teenager,
No.
like all the stupid shit I would do, like all that shit would be on the fucking internet forever. You know what I mean?
But
I would have been dumb enough
I
to.
feel like though
videos
it's a lack of shit to do.
But see, no, the lack of shit to do. That's why, like,
Because who leaves comments on shit? Like who?
okay, well, yeah,
I
I
don't
think.
understand. I get like I don't know. I don't get it. Like
Yeah.
who? I guess there's a lot of people who go out there and like chat and blog and shit. Or
Yeah,
whatever,
but see, the lack of shit to do.
Who does
You know,
that?
like most of the time, like it's just really worth my time. Like before I really do.
Like, what am I
anything.
getting out of this?
Yeah.
A lot of times, if I'm gonna comment on something, I start like as I'm typing, I'm
Sometimes,
like,
yeah.
"This is way too much." You know what? Fuck this. I'm done with it. Like I'm not
Exactly.
even
Like I'm not.
like
Yeah.
you start reading back what you wrote. Like No, no, I'm good. Never mind. Delete. Or other times you're really like passionate about whatever the fuck you're arguing about.
At the same time, do you think like most of it's just like venting, and they're not really trying to?
Yeah.
Find another better. Find a healthier way to vent because you're not getting nothing out of it.
But the other thing too is
like her, that was her venting. But because why do you care so much about PewDiePie and what he's doing?
Yeah.
Why?
You should be they don't got nobody else to vent to, so they vent to the masses.
But that's what I'm saying.
They vent to the community,
where there's a whole where they can find like-minded people.
Yeah,
and then it just builds into something that really shouldn't be a fucking thing.
Yeah, like she got fired over it. Like that's the thing. I was like, you shouldn't get fired over a fucking tweet. Over social media, you shouldn't be able to be fired over that shit.
She was trying to get PewDiePie fired.
Unless you're doing it. She was trying
to get PewDiePie fired. That was her thing. Mm-hmm. Fire him.
Like the thing. Okay, well, I mean,
is that the only tweet she did, or did she put out like anything else that's like?
Let me see if I can find more about it.
That's stupid that she got fired over that.
Because like, if that's the only thing, yeah. Like, but if she put out anything that's like defamation,
but it's still like it's still a shitty thing to do.
Call to action to like go kill him, like then
it's still a shitty thing to do.
Yeah.
Like, do you really want a shitty person on your staff? I don't know.
I don't think it's unreasonable not to
some people fire. Some people are unforgiving. They're quick to cut ties. Like, oh, if you're gonna be shitty, I don't need you around. You know. Like,
see, look at okay. So this is the other tweet. So the first tweet, no, it's the same tweet. It's just this is a full tweet. So it says, "Enough is enough, gaming industry. I'm going to need you to end this dude. You know exactly who you are. Cut ties with him now." I still don't take that as a death threat at all. It's fucking gaming industry, so it's like
it sounds more like you just don't like them, and you would like them to not be in your industry anymore. So they just like,
but still, like, why does she care?
Okay, but no, okay. Well, let me just read you this.
Has a big like influence.
Yeah, but okay.
Because
so let me.
It's like what
because he has his arms around.
I haven't thought about him since his last whatever.
Yeah.
Since his whatever last thing that popped up where people complain. Like, for whatever reason, I always hear just bad news about him.
Yeah.
Other than that, he's not in my life.
Yeah.
Like, I don't turn every second I see PewDiePie, like, on every commercial or every fucking...
Yeah, but there's
I don't see
people,
him fucking... when I go to McDonald's, I don't see his face like, oh, PewDiePie.
Yeah, but when you...
that's fine, but for how long did Leah, like, watch him all the time?
Yeah.
But even then, I still
watch him all the time. But now, I haven't seen her too much
That's
anymore.
her choice.
But
I'm not watching
I'm saying kids her age
or
more, like... That's like that's the big majority of what he's got.
Yeah, but
that's the main market of video game. That's a bigger market of video games.
Okay, but so why is it? That's what I'm saying. So why is she trying to tell the market what to?
When you're in that industry, I'm assuming that you deal with shit that he puts out more than not.
What does he put out though? He puts out shit that involves your products, and that's about it.
Yeah, so maybe he's putting shit out about the products that she makes that are not.
If her company's sponsoring him, then quit the company.
Well, no, I don't think. Ubisoft doesn't sponsor.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, then.
But it's like,
why does she care again?
Because he's shitting on their stuff or whatever it could be. Whatever. I don't know why she put this, but listen to this.
And if she was shitting, if he was shitting on their stuff, and she voiced her disdain for him because. Mm-hmm. Then why would they fire her? Because she's just backing
defending. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. But see, the thing is like, okay, so listen what this article...
It's like when, somebody in that company might not have liked you. You might have been on the edge already. And then this is just, okay, whatever.
So listen to what she...
Now we're justified.
Just this article. Just the way they're trying to spin this into being a death threat, though. So it isn't clear what exactly does this person mean when they're saying, end this dude. One can probably look at it and say, Diana is talking about his career. However, is end this dude a concealed threat? It isn't clear who she's speaking to, since the game industry has nothing to do with PewDiePie. But it's like,
yes, it does.
Yes, it does, because he reviews video games and shit.
That's his is like a gaming show.
His whole shtick, yeah.
It's like a gaming show. You know, if you're not into video games, you're not gonna watch PewDiePie.
But like, I feel like I just hate people that try to spin. I mean, every article does that though. They try to make you feel a certain way about a certain thing, and that's what the internet does in general. But I don't know.
And then this bitch is stupid because now we just hear about him again.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I didn't hear anything about PewDiePie.
Right.
For all I was concerned,
The last time I heard about
for all
PewDiePie,
I'm
he called
concerned,
somebody
he
a
stopped. He stopped. Yeah, exactly. Or he was doing the
the anti-Jew jokes,
anti-Semitic
yeah.
shit. But for all I was concerned, he didn't do videos anymore.
Yeah.
He just ran, he just ran off into the sunset. With money.
I hadn't heard. I hadn't,
I haven't seen. I haven't gotten a suggested video for him.
And now, because of her, I'm aware of him. So like her whole fucking thing is just.
I will say this: I did see a video. Jasmine was watching it.
I
It
just
was
don't
like
see.
this person had 100 million Orbeez, and they filled up a swimming pool with them, which was pretty awesome. But then, like in the video, they started like, "Oh, you aren't subscribed to PewDiePie, so you have to be baptized." And like, it was like some stupid shit about PewDiePie. And they were shitting on some other people that don't get along with PewDiePie. I don't know. It was weird. After that, I kind of checked out. I was like, okay, I'm done with this stupid video.
Mm-hmm.
But
They should just, like, I guess they're just trying to keep negativity. Anytime there's any negativity,
keep negativity alive.
on
That's the name
the
of the
social
episode.
medias. Any
So
kind of
many
negativity on the social medias is
Yeah.
gonna be.
Well, that's the thing is because people naturally pick up on.
And it's just gonna be nothing but nice.
I forget where I read
You can
this
only
somewhere.
say nice things on social media.
War, hate, and negativity.
I read this somewhere. I forget where about how like it's human nature. That's our survival instinct to pick up on negative things. So that's why the internet's such a negative place. It's like because like that's how we survive. It's,
not.
like you like you're automatically
Not even that negative. It's mostly positive.
Yeah, but I mean, then, but what do you hear about in the media? All the negative stuff.
Yeah, that's because our brain works. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's mostly positive.
Yeah.
But we just perceive it as negative because that's the only thing
This is what we're
we
picking
cling
up on.
on to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because when it's positive, you're not really thinking about it.
Yeah,
it's
like, oh, that's cool.
It's just
Fuck
running
yeah.
its course, right?
It's because that's how
And then
you're
when
thinking.
and then if you're
because
thinking
that's-
negatively about it, you're like, oh, I want this to change. So then you're thinking more about it.
Yep.
It's because your natural thing. Well, if you're already supporting something, you're in positive.
Yeah.
positivity mode. So when you see something that counteracts that, it's like
What?
it's like
Fuck
what?
that thing. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't understand it, and it brings out a lot of you and it's It's different than all the other comments on here, so that's why it
Yeah.
because like
And
and then
see-
some people are just negative just to be negative.
Yeah.
They're not even. That's just the way they are too. Some people are always negative about everything. Like
Yeah,
they,
well,
they just naturally look at what they don't like about everything.
It goes back to that whole. There's that whole D&D kind of like the lawful good, the neutral good, chaotic good, and there's like the true neutral, lawful neutral, chaotic neutral. It's like then there's like the chaotic evil, and then there's like the lawful evil. Where like I'm an asshole, and I know I'm an asshole, but I don't break rules. The chaotic asshole is just it's like that's people in general. It's just that there's those. Everyone can be kind of put into one of those categories, one of those 9 categories.
I don't know what you're saying.
Never mind. Then let's go and wrap this shit up. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/The
Me and
Real
Michael were
Press
just
Start.
looking at each other like,
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I was like, I lost you guys. I do it. There's someone out there that got that. But anyway.
I mean, I'm sure you were correct. Whatever.
like I
you were
kind of
trying-
understood what you're trying to say, but like I'm just.
There's like,
wasn't
okay,
interested.
there's people that want to do good. There's people that are neutral.
we got
and there's
it, we
people
got
that are
it.
evil. And then in those 3 sections, there's also 3 more
Damn
sections.
it! I should have
So you're
just shut
talking
up.
about the honor system in
Kinda.
Red Dead? Is that what you're talking about?
Uh-huh.
You could be an honorable cowboy.
You could be a semi-honorable
Yeah,
cowboy.
you could be a dishonorable cowboy. You could run it right down the middle.
And on that note,
You can either
Game
run
over.
middle left or middle right.
no more questions. Hey guys, really quick, just want to take a quick break to talk about Anchor. This is the app we're using to create this podcast right now. If you've ever thought about starting your own podcast, Anchor FM is awesome. When we were trying to get this podcast off the ground, we had millions of questions. We had no idea how to do it. How to record an episode? It was a struggle. How do you find background music? We still don't have background music, but Anchor FM lets us do that. We just don't use it. How do I get my show posted? How do I get it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play Music, all the other places people listen? Where do I find advertisers? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, distributing, and monetizing your podcasts. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. My favorite thing is that everything is done in the app. You record, you edit, you post, everything's just right there. When I'm not around, G-Roll's able to do it. And how easy is it?
It's easy.
There you go. So anchor.fm/start. Get your own podcast. If you're not doing it, you're wrong.